Welcome to tamsyfae's realm. My name is Nightbot. Tamsyfae will be arriving soon, but in the meantime I would like to introduce you to myself and to the channel. I will be your bot host in the chat. I maintain the list and provide other information. I will be arriving in the chat soon. If you have any questions that I am not programmed to answer, please ask Moonbeam or other moderators. Please don't join until the 55-minute mark, for example 6:55. I cannot add you to the list until this time. Tamsyfae does not do political, specific timing, medical, fertility, or legal questions that require a qualified professional. Tamsy only provides spiritual guidance. Now please have a seat, relax, and I will tell you about Tamsyfae's stream. How do you join the list? To join the list, type !join followed by your question. Please provide a question when you join, otherwise I will not be able to add you. If there is space in our free list you will be added when you join. If there is no space you will be seated in the lounge. When spots become available, people are randomly chosen from the lounge and placed on the free list. In other words, the lounge is a waiting list. Being placed in the lounge does not guarantee you will have a reading. Thank you for understanding. To check your position, type !position and you will either be given your position in the free list, told you are still in the lounge, or that you are not in either. Your position number will change, normally decreasing as Tamsy does her readings. However, your position may increase if there is a donation or someone requests a theme reading, as theme readings get advanced to the front of the free list. If you would like to leave the free list, please type !leave. If you miss your reading on the stream, type !timestamp or !timestamps to find out when your reading took place in the stream. You may skip the free list with a super chat or PayPal donation of a minimum of $3 plus Canadian. To keep things fair, Tamsy may limit how many times someone can use a super chat in a stream, but you are always welcome to book a private reading with Tamsy. You can book a private reading by email or through Tamsy's website. You can find the links on her about page or in the chat. While you are waiting for your reading, make yourself comfy and ask me, Nightbot, questions. Here is how to ask me questions. !magical, see how magical you are. !8ball, for the magic 8-ball answer. !oracle for an oracle message. !fortune, to get a fortune. !horoscope, for today's horoscope. !card to draw a tarot card and get info about its meaning. !list to see who is on the free list and who is in the lounge. !position to get your current position. I will occasionally provide information about other services available in the chat. Tamsyfae is an intuitive mystic energy reader. Enjoy her fairy moon readings and more. Tamsy uses tarot cards to pick up your energy or the energies around your situation and connect with the spirits, fae, and the universe to bring out profound inner truths we dare not tell ourselves with love, kindness, and humor. The cards may bring up deep hidden emotions. Readings are never 100% accurate, and roles may be reversed. Take what is yours and leave the rest. Some energies or emotions may take time to settle. And here are some photos of Ms. Beastie, Mr. Lucky Pug, and Miss Floppy. Tamsy should be arriving soon.
Hi everyone, welcome. How's it going? Hi Bernard. Hi Malia. Hello everyone, welcome. Hi Astral Chemist. Hello everyone, welcome. Hi Dental Soul. Hello. Hi Little Pink Pearl. Hello. Hi Blue. Thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hi Ariana. Hello. Hi Jessie. Hi Vanessa. Welcome. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hi Twin Soul. Welcome everyone. Hi Koala. Hi Love. Hi Philia. Welcome. Hi Mystical. Hello everyone. Welcome. Hi, hello. Tonight is a full moon reading, so is what the full moon in Scorpio has for everyone tonight. If you want a theme readings go above. Free readings and free readings, donation readings go above theme readings. Hopefully I said that right. And mine goes faster than I can talk. That's my problem. So it's full moon readings. Themes go before free readings, or the other regular free readings, and donations go above the theme readings. Hopefully that makes more sense. Nabot is not a real person. It just allows you to keep track of, um, not keep track. It allows you to add yourself to the list and a current exclamation mark position to see where you are on the list if you need to keep track of that, is what I was thinking. But if you have to go away and come back, you can always write exclamation mark timestamps as well to see where your timestamps are if your reading's been done. And I also put the timestamps in the comments after the live is done. Yeah, so if anyone's new here to join the list, it is exclamation mark join with no spaces in between, followed by your questions. I have a legal disclaimer in the description if you want to check that out, as well as a link to book a private reading if you wish. Yeah, so I will switch the screen so we can get started. Something happened to my camera. Try to get it back on. There we go. So blue, for blue. Current energy between blue and Will. Same question about blue and Jackson. This one came flying out. So I feel like this is your energy, justice, right? Trying to keep the flow and the balance of things. Let's see for blue. Is there any spirit guides, messages, angels, or fae that want to come and give blue a message? This one wants to come out as well. Okay, we're trying to get to the question though. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to give blue a message. What is the energy between blue and Will right now? What is the energy between blue and Will right now? I feel like this is your energy and this is Will. What is the energy between blue and Jackson? What is the energy between blue and Jackson? There we go. Okay, so I feel like your energy is you're wanting to keep the peace. You want to play fair. You want things to be fair too, probably between the two of you having an equal balance. There's a Knight of Swords who want to take action, wanting things to go fast, wanting things to go the way you feel like they should. There's nothing wrong with that. You have the Seven of Wands in the dark and the Chariot in the dark for Will's energy. So I feel like Will may not be wanting to go as a fast paced as you do. I feel like they're more go with the flow kind of thing, not wanting to rush in any direction. I feel like right now they're kind of just okay with how things are. They have no intentions of going any further or anything like that. They're just staying where things are. Yeah. So that is Will's energy. Now for Jackson, I feel like you feel the same for both, like I was saying. The Five of Swords is in the dark, so I feel like Jackson does not want to cause any conflicts or anything between you and them or between you and anyone else. I feel like they do feel like they can commit themselves towards you. There's a Hierophant here. They feel like they have the similar beliefs and values as you do, or they could. You know, the Hierophant is that sense of stability, grounding energy. Could also be a little bit stubborn because the Hierophant is a Taurus. But you know, they just want to keep the peace. They don't want to cause any trouble. Is where they're standing between the two of you right now, or between you and them, kind of thing. And well, they're just gonna be where they are. They're not gonna move in any direction. They're just kind of take me as I am, or let's see what else. What else does Will need to? What else does Blue need to know about Will's energy? What else does Blue need to know about Will's energy? Strength. Yeah, there's not a lot of strength, a lot of strong feelings or strong emotions or the Fool. Yeah, I feel like Jackson does want to play smart and not want to be like a fool, not wanting to take any risk, and I feel like they don't want to get hurt. But that is what I got. Where's your relationship going? I feel like that is your decision, right? Because you have different intentions, different ideas, and different of how you want to pursue this than they do. So it's kind of like, are you willing to compromise? You're going to give a little to take a little bit more? Or what are you going to do? It seems to be that's all on you of what your intentions are. Because they seem to be very set on what's going on with them, where they're not going to change either. So that's where kind of things are. It's like, are you going to be friends with them and seek love somewhere else that's more aligned with your energy? Or are you going to adapt to meet one of theirs? Seems to be what the cards are saying here, right? Because Jackson is steady where he is, not going to change. You also have, the Charioteer. So Will is steady. They're not moving. They're not changing. They're staying as they are. So it's kind of like you compromise and give in to one of them, or keep them as friends and seek what you are looking for. Is kind of where this is at right now. So that's kind of a you thing. I forgot. But on the plus side, Jackson seems to be more stable and wanting something more long term, more commitment than Will does. Let's see from Matthew. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want? Oh wait, it's the blue moon reading. Wrong thing. I have my moon reading set up over here. Hi, Matthew. Let's see. What does Matthew need to know about Mama Moon tonight, right? With the full moon and Scorpio, kind of brings that little bit of a gothic vibe coming through, right? What does Mama Moon want Matthew to know tonight? Ooh. And what messages does Mama Moon have for Matthew tonight? A little bit different tonight, that I changed things up. You have the Holy Mountain. So for the Temperance in the dark, I feel like the kind of energy that is going to be surfacing through this full moon energy may throw you off your balance a little bit. It may test your patience, may test how extreme you'll go one way or another. There may be ideas or thoughts of clinging on to the past. So that's kind of like what the energy is going to come through with this full moon energy. And there's two full moons, right? One early in the morning tomorrow, and the next one at the end of the month. So we're entering May on a full moon and leaving on a full moon. That's gonna bring some weird energy, eh? For the tower and the light, like I said, there may be some mixed energies coming through. This is what you may be feeling underneath the surface, is like everything is too chaotic or too much, or, trying to figure out where you stand with that energy. Could be lingering a little bit from the temperance energy as well. So what you could be letting go of is the world. I feel like with the world, you don't want to let go of anything, right? The world's in light here. So it's kind of like, what are you willing to give in order to start the next new big cycle, the next new big chapter for you, to achieve those goals, to have that success, have that achievement, have everything you want, despite all the challenges you're going to be facing. You have the Six of Pentacles. So this is your rebirth energy, what you can restart on or re-begin on, probably from starting this new chapter. For the Six of Pentacles is kind of like where you want to make money, where do you want to put your financial investments or whatever that is. Where are you going to invest your time and energy towards, while still giving that give and take, like still trying to find your balance in things like community work, or just balancing your energy in general with everything else you have going on. Seems to be the test for you right now. At least until the new moon, right? And then your message from the moon says it's time to be active. Don't let your doubts deter you from and keep you from. No. Don't let your doubts deter you and keep you bounded. This is a time to leap over the challenges and that remember where you come from, is what it's saying. All right, the holy mountains. You have a mountain to climb, but there is a new chapter, a new beginning at the end. So you got this. You're welcome, Matthew. Twin Soul. What does Mama Moon have for Twin Soul tonight? What does Mama Moon have for Twin Soul tonight? Tower again. What's with the tower energy? At least yours is in the dark. For the Six of Pentacles in the dark, I feel like what you need to know is what you're going to do with, again, keeping the flow of your balance, right? How are you going to be holding the scales with your life, with your situation between now and the new moon kind of thing? Because I kind of feel like there's this energy of wanting to release some things from your past, releasing any negativity that could be holding you back, trying to figure out if there's any strings attached to anything. Maybe it's a matter of catching up on some debt or bills that you may have been behind on, or whatever that is. So I feel like it's more about embracing your holding yourself accountable moving forward through this moon phase. You have the tower in the dark here. So I feel like there's this energy of like breaking out of any toxic dynamics you could be in or put yourself in, or maybe have been in the past, and kind of figure out what your next steps are. There may be some things with that lingering beneath the surface, but you're moving forward. What you can let go of with the Two of Wands is maybe doubting which path is best for you, and just keep moving on whatever path you feel most comfortable with, that you align yourself with, and not worry about what other people think or what other people judge which your choices are, right? Your choices are yours. It's your path, and no one else can take your path for you. So I do feel the sense of you playing it safe, a little bit fearful of the unknown. But so I feel like it's just a matter of taking which one you feel more comfortable with right now. And then for your rebirth, new beginnings, right? The Ace of Swords, a new breakthrough, new clarity, new logic of what steps you want to take, what you want to manifest, what kind of things that you desire that you want to begin or start or take a leap forward with the new moon coming up. What does Twin Soul need to know about this energy? Water. So the water says protection. So maybe that's also reminding you put out some moon water tonight, right? Protection and safe passage from element beings. Wisdom through goddess Danu. And woman in your life. So protection and safe passage from elemental beings. So I guess people from beyond the veils, ancestors, or other beings. So use your wisdom through goddess, or use wisdom from the women in your life. That's what it's saying. Your mom or sister or grandmother, whoever you have that's close to you. Yeah, moon water. There you go. Hi, James. Gold heart. Moon reading for gold heart. What is gold? What does my mom really want gold heart to know? The Five of Pentacles. What does gold heart need to know? So I feel like this moon phase may be a little bit rough for you, but you got this, right? It's not all that bad. You have the Five of Pentacles, so I feel like you're going to be facing whatever hardships you may be dealing with. You may feel like you're left out, but whatever it is, I feel like you're going to be tapping into your survival skills of how you're going to get through this phase moving forward. I feel like it's a matter of you believing in yourself, holding yourself accountable for whatever things come your way that you can deal with. You have the strength card in the dark, so I feel like this is a little bit of weakness that is kind of like may resurface from beneath. It may come up from um beneath the surface of what you're really feeling, right? So I feel like you may be going inward and looking at those deep dark secrets or deep dark feelings that you may not want to deal with right now. You may just have to come to terms with dealing with them, healing from them, and moving forward. So what you're letting go of is the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you're letting go of overthinking. Any mental fogginess is coming through. Maybe thinking clearly of what those emotions are. Are you really holding on to emotions that are still valid, or have you learned and grown and moved on from them and can now heal from them? I feel like it is an energy that's trying to come through with this full moon here, and your rebirth energy is the Ace of Wands. So I feel like with you, once you let go of whatever things that could be holding you back, you can take advantage of this new beginning, right? With the Ace of Wands, of a spark of new beginning, new possibilities, new energetic motivation energy coming through. Because I just feel like you're ready for new ventures, new projects, new things that inspire you to be creative or passionate. Let's see what else does Gold Heart need to know. You have the sun, right? Get out and get some sunshine, right? It's nice out now. Says life, light, and healing, inspiration. So focus on your strength, your inner fire, and see what kind of things you can illuminate. That's what I call it. Bernard, theme reading. Mama Moon from Bernard. What does Bernard need to know about Mama Moon's energy? What does Bernard need to know about the moon energy? What does Mama Moon want Bernard to know? What does Mama Moon want Bernard to know right now? Ooh, so Bernard, you have the Hierophant here. So I feel like the energy with Mama Moon right now is you sticking to what you know best, right? Sticking to your traditions, your beliefs, your scheduling, the rituals that you do, right? I just feel the sense of you seeking guidance when needed, but also focusing on what's most important for you. Maybe learning some new things along the way. For the Nine of Cups in the dark, this is what could be lingering beneath the surface of your energy. With the Nine of Cups, I feel like it's a matter of don't focus on any sort of empty fulfillments, or like don't try to make something work if you feel like you should like it or you should want it but don't really, kind of thing, you know? It's kind of like letting go of some of those things. You have the Page of Cups too, so I don't know if you have any regrets of some sort of past conversation or whatever's going on with that. You know, I feel like if you're waiting to have a conversation or a call or something from somebody else, they're not going to respond to you right now. It's just the way the moon phase is working out. But your rebirth energy, that's something that you start over again with or come back to, seems to be the King of Cups energy, right? So I feel like this is a matter of you being calm, cool, collective, seeing what energies you are compassionate about, that you feel like can bring you a sense of stability, a sense of what you want to experience and attract towards your energy. And then you have the Witness for your card, and it says, today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way. So change reality by finding stillness and let true intentions out. So setting your true intentions will help you manifest what you want to manifest. That's what I got. Mystical. Let's see for mystical. Who am I supposed to be in this lifetime? Ooh, I'm gonna do past life readings next week. For mystical, is there any spirit guides, answers, James, or Fae that wait? I actually have my past life cards out, so I was gonna do that next week. So we might as well just there we go. Who is mystical supposed to be in this lifetime? Is there any spirit guides, answers, James, or Fae? Who is mystical supposed to be in this lifetime? So, in order to know our future, we have to always look into the past, right? So, in the past, there is the Hangman. So, let's see. So, in the past, your lessons that you learned was to surrender and change in the perspectives of the world and only forward ways. So I feel like in the past life you were maybe probably a rebel of some sort. Maybe I feel like your life lessons were to break traditions, to move forward with moderation and not go backwards into looking into the old ways, but to look more into the future and what the future holds for you. You have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you had a lot of emotional contentment, a love, healing, all that sort of thing came your way as well. Because I feel like you were also an ocean of the soul, right? So you may have lived near water or had a lot of spiritual um, energies or spiritual awakenings by water in your past life. Um, so love was infinite. You had a lot of resources, and you had than you had more than you needed with the flow of things. So moving forward, I feel like who you're turning into is the Page of Cups. So being able to, maybe you've learned along the way to not always lead with how you're feeling, but mix a little bit of your wisdom, your experience, your logic into your emotions. So sometimes that can get a little bit confusing when you're not quite sure which one you should lead with your heart or with your logic, right? With your mind. You know, because I feel like you in your past life you led a life that was solely on your intuition and your intuitive instincts, and now you're trying to move forward with letting some of that go, but I feel like it's making you face some challenges. For the Four of Cups in the light, I feel like sometimes you may go back into your old ways, into a past life, with how being stuck with your feelings and not putting enough thought into what your steps are moving forward. Not sure if that makes any sense, but it may be causing some disturbing, not disturbing, but disturb your energy before moving forward. So I feel like your purpose moving forward, right, is a life long of either materialistic things, things that may make you feel more structured and less a sense of a freedom kind of thing. So I feel like it's kind of like finding a work that's more maybe corporate of some sorts. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, more corporate is what I was thinking. Something that is more ambitious, more focusing on stability and growth with money, and maybe even like generational wealth, having that badass success, putting yourself out there, right? Getting the attention. I don't know if that means about growing your fan base or just being a public speaker where people see you and recognize you. That sort of thing seems to be wanting to come through compared to where you were before. I feel like before you were more spiritual, more go with the flow, kind of had everything. You felt like you had everything that you needed during that time, even though it was hard to be a rebel during that time. That wants to come through here, but you have the Six of Wands. So, looking for success, raising your vibrations, allowing yourself to be you, right? The Nine of Cups. Oh man, yeah. I feel like you're meant to be like on top of your game kind of thing, right? Good career, good people around you, feeling satisfied, full contentment, getting recognized, just manifesting what you want to manifest. But that's what I got. That's pretty cool. The devil too, eh? All about materialistic things. I love to do these readings. Past life is like my thing. I love past life readings. You're welcome, Mystical. For astral chemists, moon. What does the moon want astral chemists to know? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or faith that want to come and give astral chemists a message? What does astral chemists need to know now? 7. I just feel like this moon phase is gonna be like really lucky for you guys. I'm just feeling like lucky 7, right? Oh man, I can feel that for you, right? And the angel number 7 is like spiritual awakening, the divine guidance, you're on the right path, happy accidents may be happening. But this is what the energy is. You may be discovering some truths that you didn't know. You know, you may feel like um I don't know if you feel like I don't know if you're gonna figure out that someone's been deceiving you or being a little secretive around you or whatever that is for you. But I feel like it's a matter of like keeping things that you need to keep private or safe, like don't let anyone see your passwords or anything like that kind of thing. I don't know, just thinking cyber stuff, but for the Knight of Swords. So this is what may be lurking beneath your surface during this moon phase is the Knight of Swords. So I don't know if it's you wanting to take action or thinking that someone wants to take action towards you. Because I feel like there's going to be some fast-paced changes. I also feel there may be some like intense passion, like romance coming your way. I don't know if you're feeling it already or if you're questioning it. I feel if you have your suspicions. You are right. If you're not sure what this person's intentions are, I feel like they are wanting to pursue romance. I mean, if it feels like if it's not that, it's just kind of like, are you really paying attention to the details? Because I feel like they will matter. For the Page of Wands, what you're letting go of is maybe letting go of whoever's being a butt cheek, right? If someone is, trying to start something with you and then ghosts you and comes in and out of your energy, then they're not worth your time, right? This is the Four of Swords, but I'm also like feeling a 7 here as well, right? Because the Four of Swords in the dark kind of looks like a 7. I feel like 7 is like an important number for you during this moon phase for some reason. With the Four of Swords, I feel like it's like putting yourself first, right? Limit how much stuff that you want to get done. Like, don't overbook yourself, overdrain your energy. Focus on what you need to focus on. Let's see for Astral Chemist. What does Astral Chemist need to know from Mama Moon right now? The rainbow. Ooh, rainbows. That seems like a lucky energy as well. The end of a storm is near. Persevere and remember that this is just that it is darker just before the dawn. So don't give up, right? Face that darkness. The sun is coming. The rainbows, the butterflies, everything is going to be on your favor, right? Good luck energy. That is awesome. HGGHH. Let's see. General reading on what are Jonathan's true feelings right now. Bring spirit, guides, answers, say. What are Jonathan's true feelings and intentions towards HGGHH right now? What are Jonathan's true intentions? You have the Wheel of Fortune. So luck, timing, destiny's on your side. So I don't know if it's just this full moon phase or what. If the cycle is going to be turning in the right direction to get Jonathan to wake up and, smell the coffee and take some action there. I don't know. But you also have the Six of Pentacles. So I feel this balance, getting a little bit more balance between the two of you. The scales are evening themselves out, if that makes sense. um, yeah, then you also have the Page of Swords. So I feel like someone to communicate with you is probably Jonathan, right? I feel like this full moon may be hitting him hard, eh? With, hey, wake up, remember? HGGHH. You need to take some action there. There's a Five of Pentacles. So I don't know if this communication is going to end or is going to cause some sort of tension or conflict of some sorts. Things may get a little bit heated some way or other, but he has a weakness, it seems, with the strength card here. So you know what that means. Let's see. What does HGGHH need to know about this energy right now? Ooh, the tower things are gonna get hot. I'm not sure if this is gonna end up in like an argument or sex. But that is what I got. I feel it can go either way, depending how both of your moods are. But yeah, I don't know. Looks like something's trying to come through over here. So I feel like this is the moon's energy coming through more than what Jonathan really has control over. And he may just give into it, right? Will Jonathan give in to the moon energy that's really coming through here? The Five of Cups says no, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like the moon energy is stronger. So confusing. Oh man. Yeah, I feel like the moon and the universe is trying to push the two of you together, but I feel like Jonathan is really resisting it. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to resist when the universe and the moon energy is kind of like saying, go for it. So it's going to be tough to see how that plays out. Hello! For hello, I seen a spirit of something and it said soul. I don't know what they wanted or what happened, but I keep having nightmares, etc. What do I need to know about this for my higher self? Let's see for hello. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, James, or Fae that want to come and give hello a message? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or Fae that want to come and give hello a message? From our higher self. We want hello's higher self to come in. Any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or Fae that want to come and give a message with what hello needs to know from our higher self about this spirit and the nightmares and what's going on there. For the Seven of Cups in the dark, I feel like there's some underlying issues like beneath the surface that's trying to come through. You reply back and you don't remember? That cool, yeah, that is cool. When you can talk to spirits, right? Um, especially when they answer you after you, like when you have a conversation with them. But with this Seven of Cups in the dark, I feel like what could be, resurfacing like from beneath everything else is trying to make some sort of decision or trying to restore your focus on something that you're trying to figure out or what's keeping you grounded. So I don't know if that is what's causing you to be able to see this spirit or hear or have this conversation with them, because I just feel like there's this energy of you being more in tune, more sensitive because of something that may be lurking in your your mind somewhere, even though you may not be putting a lot of attention towards it. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Light. So yeah. Also feel there may be like a focus of um I lost it. It was there, then I lost it. You were so confused. Yeah, yeah. The Ace of Pentacles, I just feel like there's this energy of an unexpected, like, something could happen, like a spiritual awakening, or the Seven of Cups is also the dream card. So I feel like it's definitely recognizing your dreams, your nightmares, what you experience. For the Temperance in the dark, I feel like, yeah, like your energy is a little bit imbalanced right now. I'm just wondering if this imbalance is because you are going through some sort of spiritual awakening, of awakening your abilities, like being a medium or being able to communicate even further with the spirits, and maybe your spirit guide is trying to reach out to you and explain how all this works for you and that sort of thing. Because you have the star too, so I feel like you're being really connected with beyond the veils right now, like with astrology and all that sort of thing. And I feel like, yeah, like I said with the Seven of Cups, Two of Swords, you have some sort of decisions that you need to make, that's kind of like lingering in the back of your mind, that may help with relieving some of these nightmares. Yeah. No, no, I think you did good. You think you did good, yeah. I just feel like if there's anything that you've been thinking about but haven't really made a decision about, I feel like they're kind of like trying to push you to make that decision so you can continue doing what you're doing, right? I feel like you're going through a spiritual awakening, so it's kind of embrace it or end it, or this is just gonna keep lingering, right? So, you don't either turn off your powers or turn them on, but I feel like you're at a point where you may have to decide, right? We all have to come to that terms, especially when we're more sensitive like that. Some people don't get that, don't have this, all those people that don't believe in spirits and all those sort of things. They seem to not have the abilities that we do, right? So it's hard for them to understand. Yeah. Jesse, was Maria Lynn telling the truth about Biggie from Body Zeus Network getting her jumped? Oh, let's see for Jesse. Is there any spirit guide James or Faye that want to come and give Jesse a message? Is there any spirit guide James or Faye want to come and give Jesse a message? Was Maria Lynn telling the truth about Biggie from Body Zeus Network getting her jumped? I would say yes. The Six of Pentacles is yes. So there was a good give and take in that conversation. So I feel like Maria Lynn was telling the truth about Biggie's from Biases Network getting jumped. There's a Two of Wands too, so I don't know if it's just Biggie took the wrong path of what she was meant to take. When she got jumped, there was a Knight of Swords in the dark, so I feel like there was a conflict there going on with what happened there, that alteration. Um the King of Swords is also them speaking their truth kind of energy. I do feel like Biggie took action with what happened and is dealing with it. The Seven of Wands is in the dark there, so I feel like there's this energy of she may take some time off, Biggie, from what's going on there, because I feel like she needs to restore her strength and confidence back now. That's what I got with that. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, Elephant. Hi, Mia. May, not Mia. Debbie, hello. Where did I place my mini calculator? Oh man, I'm not a calculator. I'm not a calculator. I'm not a psychic like that. I'm an energy reader. But I can read your energy about maybe where you placed your calculator. But that's all I can do. Let's see for Debbie. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or fae? What is the energy around Debbie? Where did she put her mini calculator? What was the energy around Debbie when she misplaced her calculator? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or fae? What is the energy around Debbie when they misplaced their calculator? What is the energy around Debbie when she misplaced her calculator? There you go. Seems like the energy that was around you was right after a conversation with somebody, or um talking to someone, or could even be a communication with an email of some sorts. I don't know. I feel like you were tired. You had a lack of energy during that time, but I also feel like you were like on boss mode, like trying to keep track of things. Let's see. Is it under the car seat? Is the mini calculator under the car seat? The chariot is in the dark, so it's a possibility. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands says yes. But I feel like it may be like when after a conversation when you're feeling tired, but also trying to be in charge, like wanting to be confident, wanting to get things done in a hurry. Um, I feel like there was some distraction going on there. So that's what I got. I don't know if you remember having it during that time, but maybe where you were at that time. That's what I got. So it could have been before you got into the car. Rolla! Let's see for Rolla. Is there any spirit guides, and or fae that want to come and give Rolla koala? Never sure what to call you. For koala, general reading for koala. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, and or fae that want to come and give a message? Let's see. You have the Nine of Cups in the dark. I feel like there's an energy of like making sure you're not chasing some empty fulfillment. Like, where is your heart? Be honest with where your heart lies and what exactly the energy you're trying to manifest and what you're trying to go after right now. Because I feel like the devil is kind of saying that you're more focused on materialistic gain, like gaining more money, gaining more things, whatever that is, than following your heart. But the Nine of Cups is like, that's not really where your heart is at. So where's your heart? Kind of thing is what's coming through here. You have the Five of Swords. I don't know if there's been a conflict between you and someone else in the past, or if this is what's coming up in the future. Because I just feel like with the Five of Swords here, there's energy of some tension building up, maybe some drama being stirred up as well, with you being faced with some choices or decisions to make of what's going on there, right? Because you have this Seven of Pentacles in light, I just feel like there's this energy of nurturing what you feel is best for you long term, like is materialistic best for you long term, or is fulfilling your heart or feeling satisfied and being in a happy place more satisfying for you to focus on your long term goals. Because you have the Ten of Swords, so I feel like one of these things have to give in order for you to rise above. What exactly does Koala need to focus on right now? Six of Cups, right? Some nostalgia energies coming through. So where is your heart at? Is it going back into yesterday? Or is it going back into tomorrow? Seems to be the decisions here. The sun, it's like whatever makes you feel positive and happy and motivated to keep your energy going. I feel like when you keep your energy going and you're feeling positive and you're moving forward in the right direction, everything else is going to fall into place after that, right? When you focus on the negatives and feeling stuck and feeling like you don't know which direction to move towards, it's easy to fall behind when, you're a little cranky about it. That's what came through. Hey, welcome, Koala. Love. What does love need to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, answers, James or Faye? What does love need to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, answers, James or Faye? I want to come and give love a message. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give love a message? That is way too many cards. We don't. Apparently, there's a lot of things you need to know, but we're gonna try to narrow it down. Any spirit guides, ancestors. There we go. We'll take this one. There any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give love a message? What does love need to know right now? There we go. We got something here. You have the Seven of Pentacles in the light. So I feel like patience. Have patience, right? Patience is required right now, especially during this full moon phase, right? I just feel this energy of you evaluating your progress. Like, I feel like you're doing the work, you're doing the time, you're doing what you gotta do, but I feel a little bit of impatience, a little bit of frustration still coming through. You have the Nine of Wands here. So, yeah, you may feel like you're overworked or overdoing it or overtired or just tired of everything and wanting a change. I feel that for you. You have the King of Pentacles. I don't know if this is a work situation coming through because I feel like it's a matter like, hey, did you finish what you started kind of thing? Or if someone's trying to pursue you or push you into finishing something. Not quite sure what's up with that. But I feel like there's a little bit of scattered energy with procrastinating a little. Whatever it is, I feel like you are going to take action. You're going to figure it out one way or another, right? The Knight of Swords is in the light, so I feel this ambition, this action taking, this being more clear minded or clearer expectations of what's next. It could also mean that someone is coming towards you as well. I don't know if it's this Emperor here, because I feel like this Emperor is a butt cheek, right? I don't know if he's just on a power trip or just wants to be the boss man kind of energy. What is going on with this Emperor here for love? Five of Wands. Yeah, I feel this energy of this person wanting to start a conflict, but kind of holding back and just kind of like hanging in there, lingering in your energy. Maybe you're feeling it. Queen of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're not giving them any attention and they're just sulking about it, but that's probably a good energy, If you've been avoiding them, keep avoiding them because they're a budgie. Don't let them mess up your energy. I'm right. Awesome. Jay. Theme reading for Jay. Let's see. For Jay, is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Jay a message about what they need to know about Mama Moon? What does Mama Moon want Jay to know right now? What does Jay want Mama Moon to know right now? apparently you're giving the moon a reading. Let's try that again. What does Mama Moon want Jay to know? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or Mama Moon herself want to give Jay a message? What does Jay need to know during this full moon and Scorpio energy? There we go. You got the Ten of Pentacles, so I feel like during this moon phase, you're going to accomplish a lot, right? Maybe this full moon is your moon, right? I just feel the sense of a boost of energy, boost of motivation, a boost of focus, right? Especially with what you have building or what you want to build or what you want to grow right now. I just feel this boost of ambition and productivity and just being content in your energy moving forward. You have the Eight of Cups here too, so I feel like what's lingering beneath the surface is if should I go, should I stay, what should I do? I feel like it's a matter of you choosing whatever you feel is best for you to do. You know, you follow your heart, you go where your heart wants you to go, right? I feel that for you. I feel this you transitioning into a different light and getting the results that you're wanting, right? I feel that. The King of Wands is in the dark. So this is what you need to let go of during this moon phase. So if this person's being a butt cheek, right? If this person has a big ego, going on some sort of control freaking trip kind of thing, or what's their deal, I don't know. I just feel this energy, you know, they may be the type to like lose their patience quickly or get frustrated quickly. But yeah, your rebirth is a high priestess. So trust your intuition, trust your instincts, trust that you know that you're on the right path. Everything's going well for you. Mama Moon is very nice to you this time around. Now let's see, what messages does Jay need to know from Mama Moon? The owl. Ooh, so listen to your inner wisdom, maybe seeking some new information, new knowledge, maybe a mentor as well. It says you have a message from the invisible world. Open your ears so you may hear their wisdom. Look around and notice every detail. Do not shoot the messenger for showing you what you may not want to see. So you may be unraveling some inner knowledge that you didn't want to face may surface, but that's just what happens when the full moon's in Scorpio. Hi, Philia. Let's see, Philia. Got 5 of Swords. Just trying to see what the question is. Okay, so you got the 5 of Swords, a Page of Swords, a Queen of Cups. Okay. Let's see what Eric's hesitant, worried, and how you're going to feel when he expresses that. What? I don't know. Let's see. What does Eric want to say to Philia? Is there any spirit guides, answers, or Fae? What did Eric want to say to Philia? Is there any spirit guides, answers, or Fae? What did Eric want to say to Philia? Is there any spirit guides, answers, or Fae? What did Eric want to say to Philia? What did Eric want to say to Philia? Ah, the Lovers is in the dark. So I feel like Eric wants you to choose, you know, him or I'm guessing your husband, right? Yeah, he wants you to choose between what you want to do. The Four of Swords is in the dark too. So I feel like there's some restlessness going on and he's been avoiding saying this for a while. The Magician, I feel like he understands your situation, but wants things to be different, you know? the Knight of Wands. I feel like he has a lot of passion, a lot of love, and a lot of romance towards you. Wants to express how he truly feels towards you romantically, but also wants you to choose between him and um that. Yeah, that seems to be what's coming through there with that. That's what I got. You're welcome. Let's see for Christina. Is there any spirit guides, answers, or fae that want to come and give Christine a message? Let's see for Christine. Is there any spirit guides, answers, or fae that want to come and give Christine a message? Is there any spirit guides, answers, or fae that want to come and give Christine a message? What does Christine need to know right now? Ooh. You have the Hierophant in the dark, so I feel a little bit of a rebel energy wanting to come through. Maybe it's a matter of breaking the rules or shaking things up a little bit, tired of the old ways, I don't know. I just feel the sense of some sort of freedom wanting to come through. You have the Four of Swords here, so I feel like taking a self-care day, right? I don't know, a personal day, whatever that is, taking a day for you to just do what you want to do. I just kind of feel like the skipping school energy. I don't know what that is about, but just wanting to do something fun, something that is out of the ordinary for you. This strong energy that wants to come through. You have the King of Wands in the dark. So I don't know if you're questioning this energy from this person or if you have your suspicions or what's going on with that. Because I feel like this person is kind of a little bit impulsive. Maybe they promise more than what they deliver, or I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, causing a little bit of energy between the two of you. Because you have the Ten of Cups in the dark. So I feel like, is he faking it? Is there family drama? Like, what is this? The Devil's in the dark, too. What does Christine need to know about this energy? Page of Cups, Ten of Cups. I feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had here with this person, either about your true feelings or what your true expectations for this person is, or how this is playing out. Because I feel it's like, should I stay? Should I go? What do I do? Then there's a devil here. I do feel this way of you breaking away, like having that sense of freedom. So I feel like before you decide on exactly what you're going to do or what your next steps are, it's kind of like take some time for you and fulfill your own contentment right now, and then go back to the situation of having this conversation about where you want things to go, how you want things to play out. Is it just sexual or is it more than that, or what's happening here? That's what I go with. Yeah, try to trust your instincts and your intuition. It's, what, trust yourself that you know what's what. Let's see for Juliet. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, James, or Fae that want to come and give Juliet a message? Does he miss me or even think about me? Or he moved on? What if I tried to message him? Let's see for Juliet. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, James, or Fae that want to come and give Juliet a message? And does he think of Juliet? The Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles is in the dark, so I feel like he's not really thinking about you all that much. Has he moved on? Has he moved on from Juliet? Has he moved on from Juliet? No, he has not moved on from you. What if Juliet tries to message him? Is there any spirit guides, answers, names, or fae? What would happen if Juliet tried to message him? I feel like if you try to message him, he'd probably most likely message you back trying to be charming and all that sort of fun stuff. But I feel like he doesn't have the best intentions with doing so and just kind of like messing with you because the Two of Swords is in the dark, so not really thinking clearly how his actions are going to affect you. And I feel like it may end in conflict with the Five of Swords here of the two of you, um, you know, having some harsh words to say back and forth kind of thing. Um, that's what I got though. Yeah. I won. To join the list is exclamation mark before the join. Like you did it perfectly, just put the exclamation mark in front of the join instead of at the end. I know it's a weird thing, but it's the only way that the program can pick up your question. Let's see for Tammy. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Tammy a message? Did I just discover that the new worker of our building lied and he is not actually qualified for his job? Let's see for Tammy. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae want to come and give Tammy a message. Did Tammy just discover a new worker for the building lied and he is not actually qualified for his job? The Four of Wands is a yes card. Not quite sure if that's a yes that you discovered that he's not actually qualified for the job or not. You know, the Four of Wands is kind of like prove it, right? It's usually about. Okay, I didn't know that. I guess it worked at 111. um so yeah, so for the Four of Wands and a light, I feel like it's a yes to your question, but it's also yes, prove it. How are you gonna prove it kind of thing, you know? Um so I don't know how that's playing out for you. You have the Queen of Cups in the dark. So I feel like there's an energy of a sensitive area that you may not want to get yourself involved in. I don't know. The Seven of Pentacles is in the dark too. So I feel like it's kind of like restoring your focus and figuring out what your next moves are. Like to really think things through before you act kind of thing. Because you have the Nine of Swords in the dark too. So I feel like it's just an energy that's not worth you staying up all night worrying about it or thinking about it, or there's a Lovers here too. So I feel like it seems to be moving forward around the situation with love and compassion rather than rushing to conclusions that you may not be able to prove. Is what's coming through here. So what's the best advice for Tammy moving forward? What is the best advice for Tammy moving forward? The King of Cups, lead with your heart. So, use your heart and compassion. The Death card, resist making any changes. Um, the Justice in the Dark does the same thing, like, how do you prove it kind of thing. But that's what I got. Ashley, what does Spirit say about me starting a cake business? Ooh, that sounds fun. That'd be so fun. I could not do that though because I would eat all the icing. Oh my goodness. I love icing. I don't need the cake, just the icing. Oh God. Let's see for Ashley. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What does spirit say about Ashley starting a cake business? I feel like Spirit is on board with the Wheel of Fortune here. Luck, timing, and destiny. The cycle is in your favor right now. But I also feel it's a matter of building up yourself with people who trust you, will support you, have maybe tried some of your cakes in the past, and kind of like get them on your side so that they tell people who know people to know people, like kind of networking, kind of like putting yourself out there kind of thing with gathering all the support you need to make this really happen for you. You have the Page of Cups in the dark. So I feel like it's also a matter of being very cautious of who you tell, It's kind of like making sure you trust the people you're telling. You are connecting with the right people so no one steals your ideas before you have a chance to even get started. You have the Page of Swords. So I feel like the Page of Swords kind of like getting in some perhaps legal advice on how to start it kind of thing, making sure that you're doing everything legit because I feel like there is a lot of potential with it. There's a Knight of Wands in the dark too. Sorry, the King of Wands here. So I feel like someone may want to question your intentions or try to be a little bit of a butt cheek. What is Spirit warning? What is Spirit warning Ashley about? Is there any spirit guides and answers? What is Spirit warning Ashley about? The Eight of Swords, right? Not wanting to get trapped in some sort of issue, but it does seem to be a spark of a brand new beginning for you, right? The Ace of Wands. Follow your heart. If cake make business is your passion, go for it. Set yourself up so that you will have that Wheel of Fortune of success, right? That is awesome. I'm sending you some positive vibes on that. Nor, why Yakub sent a message, or what is his hidden into intentions and current thoughts about Nora. Let's see. Is there any spirit guide, answers, or fae that want to come give Nora a message? What is Yakub's current intentions and current thoughts about Nora? The Ten of Swords. I feel like I don't know. I feel like he's been in a relationship, but it's ended, and I feel like he is looking for a new person. So I feel like that's where his energy is at. The Page of Swords. I feel like his intentions are true and honest. I feel like whatever he said to you, he was being honest, right? The Page of Swords is in the light. I feel like he's kind of checking out your vibes to see if you're interested in him as well. Because I feel like there's this energy of I feel like he may be a little bit nervous communicating with you, but I feel like he wants to get to know more about you. You have the Queen of Swords here, so I feel like he thinks that you're honest and loyal and all that sort of good energy too. I feel like he has a lot of respect for you. You have the Five of Wands in the dark. I feel like he wants to avoid any type of conflict between you and them or you and anyone else. The Nine of Wands is in the dark too, so they're a little bit guarded. I feel like they're not quite sure what to expect with how you're going to respond to them. I feel like their intentions are genuine though. Yeah, you have the Eight of Swords. They're not sure if you're in a relationship or not, it seems. I feel like they're unsure how this is going to play out. Yeah. I feel like they may be like seeking other people for a relationship too, though. I think it's not just you, just because they're not sure if anyone's interested in them, I feel like. I feel like they have a lot of feelings and thoughts towards you, though. They're just not sure if you're interested. I feel like if you tell them if you're interested, they'll show you more love and compassion. But that's what I got. They're kind of just putting themselves out there dating, it seems. Mike, will I get that job tomorrow? Let's see for Mike. If your guys' answers are Faye, will Mike get that job tomorrow? Is there any spirit guides, answers are Faye? Will Mike get that job tomorrow? Will Mike get that job tomorrow? I feel like it's a possibility, a slight possibility, but it's not a guarantee. I feel like if you do get the job, it won't be tomorrow because it's not looking 100% positive, but it's not looking that negative either, though, right? Because you have the Three of Swords in the dark, so I feel like there's going to be some sort of emotional release. You're going to learn something from this. You have the Knight of Swords in the dark, so I feel like, whatever goes on tomorrow, keep your emotions under check. Like, don't, kind of hold on to your emotions. Tomorrow's not the day to express them. You have the Four of Cups in the dark too, so I feel the sense of you also revisiting a past offer. So I'm wondering if the job on your mind is not exactly what you're going to get, but someone else may approach you tomorrow and give you a different offer. I feel like that's also a strong possibility. You have the Seven of Pentacles in the dark, so I feel the sense of you restoring your focus, being realistic with your goals and your expectations, having a sense of clarity while you're trying to figure out what is your best moves moving forward. You have the Queen of Pentacles here, so I don't know if this is a person who's going to be reaching out to you because I feel like this person has a very good business sense, knows a lot about how things work and how she wants to what she wants to do with you, I'm guessing. Because I feel like she's very confident and very nurturing, very resourceful, and wants things done in a very sufficient way. So, yeah, I feel like something's going to happen for you tomorrow with work wise. Someone's going to reach out to you, or some sort of information is going to be revealed towards you, with you being really realistic with your expectations and what's real, um that you can put your focus and stuff onto right now. You have the Seven of Wands, so it's kind of like standing firm on who you are, what things, like being honest with standing up for yourself, what you can offer the company, and that sort of thing. But that's what I got. Mira, thank you so much for your donation. Is David going through a heartbreak over a female? Let's see. Is David going through a heartbreak over a female? Is there any spirit guides, answer Faye that want to come and give Mira a message? Is there any spirit guides, answers angels or Faye that want to come and give Mira a message? You have the Page of Pentacles in the dark. I kind of feel like he's not heartbroken over this female. I feel like they may have had, a rough conflict of some sorts, but I feel like they may have had some makeup sex. So I feel like things have smoothed over with that, right? The Queen of Pentacles, I feel like, yeah, there was something with the Three of Pentacles in the dark, some sort of conflict or something. Um, you know, yeah, but I feel like whatever's going on with that, um, the devil is in the light here, so I feel like they had some makeup sex, and they're kind of over that now. The Seven of Wands is in the light, so I feel like there's this energy of feeling overwhelmed. Um, yeah, I feel like whatever's going on between the two of them is not really a positive energy, but I feel like they're trying to work through it, but it's really hard to work through with the Ten of Wands here. Because I feel like one of them is overwhelmed and overstressed, and the other one is like avoiding taking responsibility, and you know. Ace of Wands, I feel like deep down, Dave does want a new partner though. But their balance is off, right? The mind, heart, and soul is in different directions and not really focusing on what's going on and just acting like a fool. I feel like what the kind of wears his heart on his sleeve, it's saying. Thank you for your donation though, Mira. Gentle soul. What does the gentle soul need to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, answers, James, or Faye? What does gentle soul need to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, answers, James, or Faye? What does gentle soul need to know right now? Gentle soul, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh. I feel this energy of you getting things done, right? Focusing on your success and your achievements and that sort of thing moving forward. You have the Five of Pentacles in the dark, so I feel like there's going to be some positive changes. I feel like positive energy is coming your way. I feel this sense of you um like letting go of anything that was holding you back before, like kind of like adjusting your um balance and that sort of thing. Because I feel like with the Page of Wands in the dark, I feel like there's this energy of yeah, I feel like if you're waiting to hear from somebody though, they may not be contacting you or they may not reply anytime soon. The Strength card is in the dark and the Two of Wands is in the dark. Some there's like playing it safe kind of energies coming through, or just being fearful of what comes next. So somebody may be wanting to take action. Okay, so the Page of Wands is in the dark, but the Knight of Pentacles may want to take action towards you though. Yeah, because the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like even though they may be stubborn, I feel like they do have potential. Like they desire to learn more about you or connect more with you. I feel like there may be some chemistry between the two of you with the Magician in the dark here. I don't know if there's just some power struggles going on between the two of you though. And you have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, wanting to defend yourself. But I feel like you're resilient, you're persistent, you in the right place. So I feel like if someone's trying to distract you from what your ambitions are, they're just being butt cheeks. There does seem to be someone genuine who does want to get to know you a little better. I think romantically, but that's what I call it. Oh, missed question. His thoughts about okay. What are his thoughts? What are David's thoughts about Mira? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What is David's thoughts about Mira? What is David's thoughts about Mira? You have the Ten of Swords in the light. So I feel like he feels like something between the two of you has ended. The Four of Pentacles is in the light. So even though he feels things have ended, I feel like he still feels like some sort of connection with you, like does think of you. There's Six of Cups in the dark, so if you feel like he thinks of you, but as someone from his past, not someone as a present energy. You know, I feel like they don't really have a lot of thought about communicating with you. With the Page of Pentacles in the dark and the Five of Swords, like there's no hard feelings, there's no conflict between the two of you or anything. But I feel like you're not really their main focus right now. It's kind of like what the other reading was saying too. So there's no emotions about how they're feeling. Their thoughts about you is coming through. You're kind of like way back in the past of his mind with the Six of Cups there in the dark. Yeah. You know, the two of you definitely have some sort of connection from the past, but it's not their focus right now. That's what I got. Theme reading, yes! What does Mama Moon want 111 to know? What does Mama Moon want 111 to know right now? Ooh, what's going on here? Ooh, so for the moon energy, your energy is the Ace of Wands, the spark of fire, right? A spark of new beginnings, new energies, new things going on there. So for the Ace of Wands, I feel like there's energy of either a new venture, new project, new spark of inspiration, creativity, whatever that is for you during this moon phase. You have the Six of Cups in the dark here. So I feel like this is a little bit of what's lingering beneath the surface. So it could be just some past memories or past feelings about the past and how that may come up. It may resurface, right? Because it's the Scorpio's energy. So I feel like that may creep up on you, especially with the full moon coming, with Pluto going in retrograde on the 6th as well. That may affect this energy. I kind of feel like there's this energy of some sort of past issues may resurface that may be a struggle to let go of. There is a Seven of Wands, and this is what you need to let go of, it seems, during this moon phase. With the Seven of Wands in the dark is kind of like letting that go. Don't allow it to discourage you. Don't allow this energy to make you feel like you're losing some sort of battle. You know, don't let it affect your mood in any way, kind of thing. And your rebirth energy is the devil. So I feel like with a devil, it's kind of like you focusing like on your work, your finances, your materialistic gain. It seems to be the productive energy for you to put your focus right now. Let's see what messages does Mama Moon have for 111. What messages does Mama Moon have for 111? You have the serpent. So the serpent says the cosmic seed of creation. So there's a feminine energy around you. It says strength, feminine energy, but it's kind of like strength is mirroring the profound essence of life itself. So your strength is strong right now, and I feel like that is the essence around you. With this energy. So I feel it's a matter of moving forward with a little bit more gentleness, a little bit more compassion, and seeing where how things go and directing your focus on what's important right now. It seems to be materialistic wise, but that is what I got. Mira, thank you so much for your donation. Yeah, that's probably why the first reading was that something had ended, but he restarted it again, right? It did look like during that time, that's when things had ended, but they seem to have reconnected. So I feel like that is why there was a change, right? There's always, energies always go, like, any little thing can change how things go, right? Nothing is set in stone. Let's see for Mira. Is there any spirit guides, answers, dreams, or fae that want to come and give Mira a message? So, what exactly is the question? Where does he stand with Mira if he's with the girl? The last reading was you're kind of dismembering his past at the current energy. Well, let's see. Where does David stand with the other girl? Where does David stand with Mira now? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, or fae? Where does David stand with Mira right now? Yeah, I feel like deep down in his subconscious mind, there is a spark of the two of you. Like the other reading said that there is a deep connection because of the past the two of you have shared before. So I feel like with the Ten of Wands here as the outcome, if things end between them again, I feel like he may decide to take that action towards you and see where things go. But I feel like he has no intentions of communicating with you right now. Your Page of Wands is in the dark, and the thought of this has been put on pause because of the other girl. But if things end again, I feel like they would contact you and hang out with you to see if there's something there. But because of the other situation, they're putting communicating with you or reaching out to you at a pause. But that's what I got. Ariana! General reading for Ariana. Is there any spirit guides, answers, or fae that want to come and give Ariana a message? Is there any spirit guides, answers, or fae that want to come and give Ariana a message? Is there any spirit guides, answers, or fae that want to come and give Ariana a message? Ariana needs to know right now. For the Two of Pentacles in the light, I feel like there's this energy of trying to find the balance and the flow of things, right? Because I feel like right now your balance is your power. So I'm not quite sure what that means for you. So I don't know if you've gotten a lot better at multitasking or what that is about. Because I just feel this sense of like time management, stretching your funds, and all that sort of things. Finding the balance and the flow of how you're going seems to be like your superpower right now for some reason. You have the Eight of Pentacles in the dark. So I feel like there's this energy of, you know, there may be a little bit of a lack of focus. You may be at the verge of some sort of burnout, just feeling tired or done with something. But the universe is guiding you, your spirit guides are guiding you, whoever's guiding you is guiding you, right? You have the star here. I just feel this energy of you reconnecting with your true self and just going with the flow and adapting to your situation. You have the Three of Pentacles in the dark, so I feel like you're more focused on yourself than anyone else right now. I feel like you're not in the mood for cooperation or drama or any of that fun stuff. The moon is here, so I feel like you may be affected by the full moons and the new moon this month, right? The moon is in the dark, so you may learn some truth or some information about something or other. You know, some things may be revealed towards you to give you that sense of clarity of how things are going to play out. Yeah, the Five of Cups. So yeah, I do feel this energy of you keeping the flow of things and keeping to yourself seems to be a positive energy to avoid whatever conflict this is or whatever emotional struggle this is. There is the Knight of Swords, so I don't know if that's someone that's going to try to reach out towards you. I was gonna say keep in contact with you. So I don't know if someone that you were in contact before kind of like ghosts you, but they may try this again to see if they can get in contact with you again. So I feel like it's a matter of having your best judgment with that if you're going to allow them back in your energy or not, because they could be just coming back because of Pluto going back in retrograde, right? Yeah, Nine of Wands. Be cautious. Stay on guard of what their intentions are. But that is what I got. May. What does May need to know from Mama Moon? What does Mama Moon want May to know right now? What does May want Mama Moon to know right now? The Ace of Cups. So I feel like your energy during this full moon phase with the Ace of Cups is kind of like filling your own cup of self love, self acceptance, trust, and believe in yourself, right? I feel that for you. I feel the sense that you may face some creative blocks or emotional blocks of some sorts, but just know that it's just a moon phase. You will get through it, right? What you're feeling beneath the surface is the Eight of Wands, so you may feel like you have a lot of energy. So remember, when we get a boost of energy, sometimes it's easier to be angry and frustrated and restless than to be happy and content and using that boost of energy to motivate us in a positive light. So I feel like that's maybe where you're going to be out this moon phase. So making sure that you keep your focus where you want your energy to flow in the positive light and not into this tower energy, right? Because I feel like with the tower energy here, this is what you need to let go of is release any frustrations, release any, um negative energy that you're not going to want to express and avoid this whole tower energy. So just let that go and direct your energy in a positive light. You have the 10 of Wands in the dark. So this is your rebirth energy, right? Maybe it's a matter of letting everything go and rebuilding what you feel like you need to rebuild. So yeah, so with the 10 of Wands, I just feel like there's this energy of letting go of any stresses or burdens and kind of like finding solutions and avoiding anything that's not making you happy. What does Mama Moon want May to know right now? You have the Ascendant Cross. So the Ascendant Cross says, start start to a great journey. Raise your grace from the mundane day to day until now um has until now it has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. It will take tremendous support. So I'll say that again because that was a little bit mixed up, right? So it says, start to a great journey. Raise your grace from the mundane day to day until now has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a responding yes. It will take tremendous effort. So take your time before you say yes. Take time to think things through. That is what I got. Eye candy. What's coming in Candy's career life after the completion of the job? Let's see for eye candy. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give eye candy a message? What's coming in career after she completes her job for eye candy? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give eye candy a message? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give eye candy a message? What's coming for Candy in her career? You have the Hierophant here. So I have a feeling that after you complete the job, that you may gain something that is a long-term, like a long-term contract of some sorts, something that will help you feel more committed, or I even feel like you may be learning something. So I don't know if you're gonna start learning, like being trained for a new job, or if something's gonna send you to school to learn about a new job. Whatever that is, I feel like you're gonna find a good partnership in that area with the Ten of Cups here. I just feel the sense of feeling happy, content, and in total alignment of what is next for you. You have the Knight of Wands in the dark. So I feel like there's this energy of, this may come quickly and unexpectedly, maybe like outside of your character, outside of your normal thing that you would do. So it may test you in that area. So you have the tank, I don't know what I was gonna say, but you have the Hangman and the Light. So I feel like there's this energy too of just letting go of what your expectations are, because I just feel like something new may pop up that you may not have thought of, or you may not thought that it was for you. But I feel like, giving it a try, you may enjoy it. You have the Hermit card here, so I feel like it'll get you outside of your comfort zone. It will help you with um any blocks that you had before and that sort of thing. So let's see, is there any more advice we can give to Candy? What other advice can we give to Candy? Eight of Swords. You may feel restricted though. So I don't know if this is like a contract job coming through that once you're signed, you're locked in kind of thing. But you feel like you're gonna make magic happen nonetheless, right? Eight of Wands. Elephant! Moon reading for Elephant. What does Mama Moon want Elephant to know right now? What does Mama Moon want Elephant to know right now? What does Mama Moon want Elephant to know right now? There we go. What messages do we have for Elephant? What messages Mama Moon have for Elephant? Dollar went quiet. I guess you have two messages. You have the fire and the water. So for the King of Wands, or the Knight of Wands, hot, fiery, passionate, romantic energy coming through, right? I could feel that for you, that boost of motivation, taking action, pursuing your goals, following your heart. Seems to be what's coming through during this full moon phase. You have the Seven of Pentacles in the dark. So I feel a sense of feeling a little impatient, feeling frustrated, but that could be just something that's lingering beneath the surface, right? From this moon energy and the Pluto and retrograde energy and all that sort of stuff. What to let go of is the Six of Wands. So letting go with any ego trips, not saying that you have any, or let go of not getting the victory that you wanted, or any sort of thing like that. It seems to be let that go, and then your rebirth energy is the Hermit. So coming out of your shell, coming out of your comfort zone, rising above seems to be a thing. because I just feel the sense of you, um, just kind of disconnecting with anything that's no longer serving you anymore and being more focused on things that do. And you have fire and water here. Fire does put out water. So see what this is. It says, "Are you feeling fiery?" I feel like you are. You have the Knight of Wands there. There's fiery emotions directed at others can backfire at you. It is not a good idea to play with fire when you are out of balance or energy. Now is not the time to act or react. It's time to tame the fire and befriend your inner fire. So it's time to go in the hermit energy and focus on you. Then I feel like the water here is to put out your fire. It says protection and safe passage from elemental beings. So keep yourself protected. Put out some moon water tonight. Drink it tomorrow or water your plants with it, whatever you like. Wisdom through goddess or any women in your life. So seek wisdom from a female goddess or anyone in your family that's here with you, or any spirit. Culture. How will I find my next job for culture? Any spirits, answers, or fae? How will culture find their next job? Is there any spirit guides, answers, or fae? How will culture find their next job? Is there any spirit guides, answers, or fae? How will culture find their next job? Oh, yeah, the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. As soon as I pulled out the King of Pentacles, I kind of felt the Three of Pentacles energy, though. I kind of feel this energy of you finding your next job by talking to someone and know someone kind of thing. Like doing that networking, putting yourself out there, showing what you really got to offer other companies, other businesses. You have the Knight of Pentacles in the dark as well. So I feel this energy, like between the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like it's kind of like a similar energy, right? It's kind of focusing on your devotion, focusing on what works for you, focus on your ambitions, your um what you want to master moving forward, right? Because I feel like you have a good focus for business and that sort of thing. I feel like you're very reliable and indestructible. So I feel like you have a lot of good qualities to you. So yeah, the Page of Pentacles too is like talking to someone who knows someone kind of thing. Word of mouth seems to be the way to go with that. Because I just feel this sense of, yeah, really boosting your ambition, being realistic and practical with your goals. Um, I feel like you also have a very strong desire to learn. So maybe learning a new skill as well may help you along this way. You do have the Five of Cups, so I feel like it is going to be emotionally challenging for you. But with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like you doing the networking is really going to work out well. What else does culture need to know about this? What else does culture need to know about this? The Nine of Cups, making sure you're doing something that your heart is into and not chasing empty fulfillments, right? Yeah, Five of Pentacles. I feel like the shift of a change may be a struggle, but I feel like you got this. You got this. You may be going a little bit in survival mode right now, but I feel like you got this. Keely, what does Keely need to know about Mama Moon? What does Mama Moon want Keely to know right now? Is there any spirit guides, answers, dreams, or fae or Mama Moon? What does Keely need to know from Mama Moon's energy? You have the Hierophant here, so I feel like your energy right now with the full moon in Scorpio is what you've always done, right? Sticking to your routine, sticking to your scheduling, whatever that is for you. I feel the sense of you also seeking advice or wisdom from someone, maybe a mentor, or maybe you will be the mentor, whatever that is. You have the King of Wands in the dark, so I feel like what's going on beneath the surface. I don't know if you're worried about this person or thinking about this person or what their deal is. But I just feel like this person, like I don't know if it's just you're thinking about them because you miss them or you're just worried about them. Because I just feel like this person has a big ego, can be very arrogant sometimes. Maybe they cheated on you before, I have no idea, but they're kind of like lingering under the surface. You have the Ace of Swords, so letting go of something. So I don't know if it's letting go of overthinking or letting go of any hesitation, letting go of any confusion, and figuring out what's what. You have the Five of Cups here, so this is your rebirth energy. So I feel like it's your rebirth is like letting go of any negative emotions you're having and focusing on the positives, right? I feel the sense of you processing any grief or pain or anything from the past. I feel the sense of you focusing on getting clarity, especially with your creativity and moving forward with that, because I feel like you are moving forward and in a positive way too. So I don't know if you've been doing some healing or shadow work or what, but it seems to be a positive energy for you. Let's see, what does my moon want Kaylee to know right now? The owls. Yeah, listen to your inner wisdom. This is also one about you learning something else, and the Hierophant too. So there's two of them about education or learning or mentorship, some kind of things coming through. Says a message from the invisible world. Open your ears so you may hear their wisdom. Look around and notice every detail. Do not shoot the messenger for showing you what you may not want to see. So that's what I got. Nessa, let's see for Nessa. Love reading for Nessa. Journey spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Nessa a message in love. Journey spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to give Nessa a message in love. What does Nessa need to know right now? What does Nessa need to know right now? In love and romance and passion, the sun is shining. The King of Cups is out to play, so that's fun. You have the sun, so positive energy, right? I just feel the sense of happiness and joy and fulfillment coming your way. You have the Ace of Swords, so I don't know if there's a little bit of cloud of judgment of where you're going to find this love. But you're the Empress, right? So you have to trust the flow of things. I feel the sense of you feeling more sensual, more content with your inner and outer beauty, right? And I feel like that is attracting this King of Cups. Someone who's very charming and passionate and protective kind of energy is coming through, right? They're very sensual, they're very romantic. Knight of Swords, they may keep you up all night, you know? Let's see, what is the love energy coming through with this King of Cups? What are the love energies coming through with this King of Cups for Nessa? Anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life is coming. Ooh, the X. I don't know if this is the next coming through or if it's you need to let go of the X in order for this person to come through. Because this one says healing from the past heartbreak takes time. Be patient with yourself. So healing needs to come through in order for the King of Cups to come through and wish. Someone you have wished for is coming into your life. Wow, that's romantic. Make sure you are fully healed and they will come. Don't be up or worried all night about someone you're not in love with anymore. Let's see for Dark Fae. Messages from my deceased grandmother. Let's see. For Dark Fae, is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or Fae that want to come and give Dark Fae a message from her grandmother. Is there any spirit guides also Danger Fae that want to come and give Dark Fae a message from her grandmother? Thank you. Is there any spirit guides also Danger Fae that want to come and give Dark Fae a message from her grandmother? Is there any spirit science angel or Fae to give a message from her grandmother? Any spirit guides answers or Fae that can give Dark Fae a message from her grandmother? Oh, I feel like there's this energy with the sun here is a matter of being happy, looking at the positive side of things or what you have going on in your life. Because I just feel like there's this energy of making movements towards something better. I feel like there's a flare of something that's coming for you that she wants you to be open to or aware of. I feel like she doesn't want you to pass any any judgment about it is what I'm feeling here. Because I feel like there's this energy of hesitation and a little bit of a mix up or a little bit of a mix up of emotions and not knowing where you stand moving forward. I feel like whatever this is kind of like needing to keep quiet about it. It's not something you need to overly share with other people that's coming your way. You have the Two of Pentacles in the dark. So you may have to decide what you want to do with this. I don't know if it's an information or a gift or what this is. But with the Two of Pentacles in the dark, I'm feeling like there's a little bit of an overwhelming imbalance going on. I kind of feel like it may have to do with money, but I'm not sure. What is going on with this energy towards Dark Fae? What does Dark Fae's grandmother want us to know about this energy with the Two of Pentacles? The Empress here. So yeah, I feel this deep, nurturing, loving energy coming through with love and growth and support towards you, like abundance of support towards you. You have the Seven of Cups in the dark. So I feel that there's this energy of having a sense of clarity that you may have options to do, but it's kind of like making sure you're realistic with your options and not just wishful thinking. Um, what is that about? The King of Pentacles. I don't know who the King of Pentacles is. I kind of feel like it is being very careful who you share this information with because somebody may be listening and I feel like they may want to sabotage whatever you have going on just because of their own greed or their own explosive nature of themselves. Yeah, they may try to manipulate you, so be cautious of that. That's what I got. It kind of just ended. Poor James. What does James need to know right now? What can James expect this weekend? Ooh. What can James expect this weekend? Is there any spirit guides, answers, or cafe? Well, it is a full moon, so expect a lot of women to have their periods, right? Oh man. Is there any spirit guides, answers, James, or Faye that want to come and give James a message of what to expect this weekend with Cindy? What can James expect this weekend with Cindy? Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. So Cindy may be feeling very independent this weekend. She may be feeling like it's my day. I'm going to do what I want to do. The Two of Pentacles, she may be torn to decide of what she wants. If she wants to spend it with you or spend it with herself, it seems. For Alessandra, what can James expect this weekend from Alessandra, the Libra? That wanted to come through. So for Alessandra, she seems to be moving forward and letting go of the negativity. She may be a little bit cheeky, she may be a little bit clever and, deceive you in some sort of way. There is a Six of Pentacles, though. So I feel like she overall has a good balance, a good flow to her energy towards you this weekend. She just seems to want to move forward, letting go of any of the negativity or pretending to, it seems. The Seven of Swords is in the light, so she may be a little bit guarded. She may have altered motives for connecting with you this weekend. Let's see, what is Cindy's deal here? What exactly is Cindy's deal? Yeah, she's trying to trust her intuition, so yeah. There may be things going on with her behind the scenes that you're unaware of, but that's what I got. For Faiza. Hi, Faiza. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. What's going on, right? Let's see. What's going on for Faiza? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae? What's going on? You have the strength card. So I feel like for the strength card, right? You have a lot of strength, a lot of courage, a lot of wisdom, a lot of, believing in yourself energy. I feel that for you. I just feel the sense of you embracing your unique talents, your unique self, being persuasive and determined and courageous, right? You have the Knight of Swords in the light, so I feel like somebody wanting to take action towards you. I feel like they have a clear mind, speaking their truth. I feel like they have a lot of ambition, a lot of I feel like that someone's just gonna straight up and ask you out or ask you something with very clear intentions. Maybe Eight of Wands, there's gonna be some fast, quick pace moves moving forward. Things are gonna change fast. Um, I feel this energy of some changes coming through, you being in motion. So I don't know if that means you're going to be traveling somewhere or I don't know what, but I feel like you're going to be in motion with some sort of thing where you're going to have to be assertive and I feel like you're going to have to stand your ground. Maybe that's where the strength card is coming from and don't back down, right? I feel like you have the best judgment of this scenario. So I don't know if it has to do with this emperor here. What is this emperor's deal? Because I just feel like they're very structured and boundaries and focusing on their own authority. So I don't know if they're taking advantage of their authority. What's going on with this? Two of Wands. You're gonna have a choice to make. Six of Swords. Figuring out how you're gonna move forward and what you may have to let go of in order to move forward. So I feel like if you're traveling somewhere, I don't know if it's like traveling on a bus or a plane or what, you may have to not bring everything with you. I don't know if that's going to be a challenge. I'm not quite sure what that is for you, but that's what I got. Spiritual love, hello. What's the purpose of my dream of my toxic sister? And days later, I heard she's coming home. Ooh, that's probably why you dreamt about her. Because she's coming home. That's it, you sensed her. That is some really good power. Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, dreams, or fae that want to come and give spiritual love a message? What was the purpose of spiritual love's dream about her sister? Well, you have the whole world in your hands. I kind of feel like there's this energy of you and your toxic sister making amends with each other. I don't know if your sister has gone through a phase of growth and maturity or what, but I feel like you're going to see your sister in a different light, despite what you may think or feel right now. Because you have the world card here, right? So I feel like there's this energy of a new cycle between the two of you is just about to begin. Like the two of you being on the same timeline now, the same energy, like having a good blend of vibes. The Nine of Swords is in the dark, so whatever toxic energy that went on between the two of you in the past, I feel like it's going to be faded away. You have the Four of Wands. I feel like you're still going to be on guard. You're not going to trust her. You're still going to be holding on to all those toxic things, but I feel like you're going to move past them by the end of this visit for some reason, because you have the Four of Pentacles here. So I feel like you'll be more cautious, but you'll also feel like you're in control. And I feel like you're going to see things clearly, right? I just feel the sense of stability, feeling a little bit less stress, because I just feel the sense of feeling safe and secure in your energy. So that is a good growth for you too. That's what I got. So I feel like it was a warning for you to, I don't know, be prepared. That is what I got. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you on Sunday for more readings. Hope you all have a great weekend. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'll be back Sunday for more free readings 2 hours earlier than now. Yeah, bye, everyone. Thank you.